Hey everybody, welcome back to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim and this is day 8 of the Santa Cloth Challenge. What's the Santa Cloth Challenge, you ask? Well, I am glad you asked me that. So, a few days ago on Live Coffee with Kim, I had my subscribers who were in the chat at the time, I had them give me suggestions of a stitch and a color. So far, day 1 was the crossed double in red. Day 2 was the lemon peel in yellow. Day 3 was the front post double in white. Day 4 was the single crochet in rose colored. Day 5 was the moss stitch in black. Day 6 was the popcorn stitch in purple. Day 7 was the double crochet in turquoise. And for day 8, it is the half double crochet in green. So I have been making up the bathroom or the kitchen sets. They could be bathroom sets, I guess. Kitchen sets with a kitchen towel, a washcloth mitt, a scrubby. That was yesterday. And then what I do is I take a foaming hand soap and I put it with it and I make up a nice little gift basket for whoever. If somebody pops up and you weren't expecting but you want to give them a gift, or if you forgot the Christmas party at work and all of a sudden you need a gift, well, there you go. So stock up with the 25 days of the Santa Cloth Challenge. So what you spell? Whatever. So what I'm doing today is, since it's green, I thought of my brother. And whenever you ask him what his favorite color is, he says camo. So I'm going ahead and I'm making him a camo kitchen set. So this one is for him. The first thing I thought of is a granny square, because when I do my granny squares, I do half doubles. So I'm going to make this whole towel one large granny square. And then when it's time to do the taper end and up into the part where you button it, I'm going to go with one of these colors, which will complement very nicely. And then I'm going to have to find a scrubby that matches the green. Hopefully I've got a brown in there or something dark colored. I'll figure it out when I get in there. So I'm going to keep going around here and I will check back with you when it gets a little bigger. Hang tight. Okay, so I have the base of the towel as big as I want it to be, and I just love how that works up. I really love the earth tones in that. I know it's camo, but boy, it's just really pretty greens. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take the solid green and I'm going to go around twice with half doubles, and then I'm going to put the handle on. We will pick a button and then I will do the other two parts of the set, and I will try to find some soap that goes with green. I hope I have some. All right, let me get going on this. Well, you know what? You can hang around if you want. So just going to find the corner I just finished right here. I'm going to add this in and do a couple rounds, and that way we're going to have a nice border. I'm going to square it right off. So I'm done with the granny square pattern as of this round, and we're just going to do half doubles all the way around. Okay. If my hook would behave, I'm going to go ahead and tie that tail right in as I'm going. The good thing about the camo color is no matter what color green I'm tucking in here out of my stash, it's just going to hide right in there. So that is good, easy way for me to get rid of tails, right? Tuck your tail feathers. Is it tuck it? Shake your tail? I think it's shake your tail feathers. Whatever. All right, a little slow go here while I'm getting it started. But you can see where this green, I did do one row of it in there, but just one row of this green in here, but the camo kind of hides it. So I think putting it on the outside is going to make it a little bit more pronounced, and you can see the color contrast in it. Tuck in this right in here. All right, now it's just a matter of zooming around the outside. How about 2 rows of the half doubles before I start with the handle? Now you'll notice I'm actually going into the stitches. I'm not going into the chain spaces. I don't want to do chain spaces here. I want to actually go into the top of each stitch. So even when there is a chain 1 space below it, I'm splitting that and going right into the stitch itself. So, wow, speaking of splitting, this yarn is very splitty. There we go. That is a good reason why I don't use the other type of hook, especially when I'm using this sugar and cream or any other 100% cotton. The pointier the hook, the more of a chance that you're going to split that yarn. So now when I get to the corner, I'm not going to do any chaining in this net. I'm just going to put 3 half doubles in this corner. And that way it just naturally kind of takes the turn. And then I can just continue right along. See how it just kind of, it straightens the curve a little bit, but it still has the corner feel to it. And I'm excited for this one. I know in my show this morning I picked other colors. I'm like, I'm going to use those, but I was straightening up and I turned around and there sits 2 huge cakes of this camouflage. And I can hear my brother in the back of my head when I said, "What's your favorite color?" And he said it with that smirk on his face. He goes, "Camo," and he starts laughing. So this will be for him. This is the only one of the sets so far that I have a definite home for. The others are just going to go in my stash just in case I need a gift or in case I need towels for my camper or towels for my kitchen, my spare bathroom. I mean, who says the scrubby can't be for your hands in the bathroom or something, you know, or your kneecaps and elbows in the shower? They're just nice little hand towel sets. Where you use them is totally up to you. And the fun thing is, I may have mentioned this before, but when I do make these sets, if they're kitchen towels, I don't put them in the washing machine. The kitchen towel sets, I put them right in the dishwasher. So when I'm using them, if they get, you know, that sour smell or whatever, if they get a little musty, I go ahead and I'll put them right in the top rack of the dishwasher and they wash right up nicely. I hang them up to dry off the faucet and we're good to go. So I like that about it. And you can see again here, I just did 3 half doubles through this corner. It kind of flattens the curve a little bit, but still keeps the corner idea on there. Now I'm trying to think, while I'm doing this, I'm trying to picture the scrubby yarns that I have. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. I don't want to do like I did with the white for I think it was day 3. I went through that scrubby yarn and I had a blue and white and I pulled out all the white and I tied it all together. I don't want to have to do that for the green. Don't get me wrong, I will, but I prefer not to. I prefer not to do that again. So while I'm doing this, my brain is actually digging through this little cabinet here next to me. I know I have black. The thing is, the scrubby yarn came all in very bright colors. So I don't know that a scrubby is going to work with this one. And the scrubby yarn that I had picked out certainly is not going to go with it. I mean, that's got aquas and teals and purples. That doesn't match this at all. Come on, brain. Let's think of something. And remember, this is a stash busting project, so I'm not going to go out and buy any more. So I have what I have, and I have to make do. Even if I just do hot plate and a washcloth, right? I mean, I might not be able to do the scrubby on every single one of them, but I think a 3-piece set is still good, yeah? I don't know. We shall see. I just love this. I might make myself a set because I like it. You know, like I said, camo, everybody thinks, oh, camo for hunters, this and that, but this is really a pretty combination of greens. And it's not really true camo. It doesn't have any brown that I can see. Every color I see in here is a form of green. I just really think it's pretty. Now watch, I say this is for my brother, but my sister's favorite color is green. So she's going to see this and be like, where's mine? I want a set. That her favorite color is green. It always has been. Every time I see something green, I think of her. Every time I make something green, I think of her. I'm actually just about to make a green poncho, and I know she's going to want it. So, you know, it is flattery, though. I really do like when someone sees something I'm working on, and they're like, ooh, will you make me one of those? You know? And just remember, if you see somebody making something, that's really a big compliment to them. If you want something that they have that they made, it's a really nice compliment. A lot of people do not realize the amount of time it takes to create something, whatever you're creating, you know? So when you go to a craft fair or something and somebody wants $20 for a set, well, keep in mind yarn is ridiculously expensive and getting worse by the minute. And plus their time, you know, it's a labor of love, but it's still a labor. It is still a labor, whether we love doing it or not, you know. All right, second time around this outside here. And then thinking to myself also, how do I want to do the grippy part? The grippy part, the handle. You know what? Instead of all the way around, I think I'll just start the taper up here on this side. So this is going to be the top where I put the handle. If this was a typical camouflage color, the main part, I would be able to get a brown button. But being that it's green, I hope I have the right color green in my stash of buttons. All right, I'm going to keep you guys with me. I'm not going to cut this yet until I'm ready to head back across this top and start the decrease. Once again, I will let you know, I know that the way I do my decreases is different than most people do, but it's the way I really like to do it. So here's what I do. Well, let me finish this. Okay, finish this, chain one. Now I'm turning. So for my decreases, I yarn over, I go in, grab up a loop, and then I just go to the next one and grab up a loop. And that's how I do my half double decreases. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the rest of this row, regular half doubles. Okay. Then when I get to the other side, I'm going to do the decrease the same. So I'm decreasing both sides of it each time. Make the taper really nice and get you down to the right length or width, whatever you want to call it. Quicker. Come on, splitty yarn. Okay. Couple more. And then I'm going to go ahead and edit this a little bit. Take this, because I don't want you to watch me go back and forth however many times, right? I'll just let you know when I'm ready. So here's the corner right here. So I'm going to go here. here, and then here's where I'm going to do the decrease. In, up, and there we go. Now, I may have to fix that when I'm done. Or I'll just put the handle over here, maybe. We shall see. Turn my work. Okay. All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to reduce this until I have about half the size. And then I'll show you how I'm going to do the handle. Okay, so I have the tapered top finished. I like how it looks, and I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to make the handle. So I'm going to do the handle the way I did the handles in the beginning. I'm going to go across 4, and then I'm going to chain 1, turn, and then I'm going to do 3 back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until the handle is long enough. Now, my handles are not the traditional handles, like it tapers all the way down to like 1 or 2 and you just drape that over. My handles actually, well, you'll see when I'm done, they're a little bit different. And I have been actually putting buttons on them. I used to crochet a button for them. But I figured for this series, I'd get a little fancy. Let's be a little fancy and use real buttons. The trick is use a real button that can get wet over and over and over again, because you're going to be tossing it in the washing machine and so on and so on and Scooby Dooby Dooby. So you're going to do about, I don't know, 18 to 20 rows. It just depends on how long you want the handle to be. Do you want it just to be a handle that clicks in the corner? Do you want it to be a handle that goes all the way across? Do you want it to be one of my kitty corner ones? It just depends on your druthers, to coin that old phrase again. Now, on all of these, I do have to be a little redundant as far as what the Santa Cloth Challenge is and what the days are, just in case somebody hasn't watched all of them. I don't want to just put this out as day 8 and just assume everybody has seen, 1 through 7, when there's actually people out there that are like, what is she talking about? So if you haven't seen all of the other ones, please do check them out. I have it in a playlist. That's the Santa Cloth Challenge. Now, also, to repeat myself, these are not actual tutorials. This is just kind of me talking you through what I'm doing. So you can see that I am actually doing the challenge each day by day, and I'm not using sets that I already have made up. So I may have to pause the camera because I think I'm going to sneeze. And I was 100% right. I did have to sneeze. So I'm glad I'm glad I paused it. So, all right, let me actually go ahead. I'm going to make a few of these. I'm not going to make you sit through it, and I'll come back to you when I have it long enough to go ahead. Okay, I have the handle ready. There it is. Now I need to find a button. So many buttons. That's not green. All right, so I have a lime green. I don't want that. Don't want that. Come on, big bucks, no whammies. That's brown. Oh, 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 oh. Well, that's different. But I don't think I have a needle that'll fit through this. What's this one? That's gray. I'm going to set it out, though, just in case. Here's a brown one. Might go with it. That's another gray one. Note to self. you need some green buttons. What do you think of that one? That might be our winner. Yeah, because all the green ones that I have in here are really light green. I mean, that one's big enough, but that's not the right color green. Okay, so we're going to go with, set this down. We're going to go with this one. I like it. All right. Now the trick, find a needle that'll fit through. Okay, that'll fit through. And now find thread that I can use to fit through. What's going on with my hair? All right, come on. Come on, everybody's watching. Let's get this right the first time. There we go. Flattened it with my teeth. That's a trick, you know. Tried and true. All right, so I got the yarn to go through. And again, the trick is to get the yarn to go through the needle. We shall see. All right, so hold this up and see where I want the button to go. It's going to be right here. You'll poke it through. Now, when you're sewing something like this, make sure you're not just doing it through the loop or through the holes. You got to actually get some yarn poked through there. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're just going to be pulling yarn through holes, and that's not going to work at all. You know what I mean? Ow! How about I stab myself? Great idea. Oh, this is actually working up nicer than I thought it would. I thought it was going to fight me a little bit, but it's not fighting me at all. Okay, how's that? One more time if it'll let me. Are we going to tempt fate and try to go through one more time? Come on, big bucks, no whammies. Okay, I'm going to pull this through. Wow, I'm actually really happy how that worked. I've been fighting with the buttons on this series. Trim that off. I always tie an extra knot and then hide the tails. And then we're going to get on the, I might just have to do a washcloth with this one, because I don't think I have scrubby yarn that's going to work for this. So we shall see. Maybe I'll do a black to accent. I don't know. Let's just pull that through there to hide it. Snip that off, and we are officially done. Come on, off you go. You know what I didn't check to see if the button would fit through the button loop? And it does. Okay, so there's that. I love that. All right, I'm going to set that there. Now I got to go look through my stash and see what I can find to do for a washcloth and a scrubby or a scrubby. I'll let you know. Okay, so with each set that I've been making for this whole Santa Cloth challenge, it has been a kitchen towel set. Sorry, something's in my eye. And it has been a scrubby, a hot plate, and a kitchen towel. But since I know for a fact that this is going to be a set for my brother, I'm making it a bathroom towel set, and this will be the hand towel. And I'm making him, I'm very proud of this. I haven't tucked in the sides yet, or the tails yet, but this is going to be a hand pocket washcloth with a bar of Irish Spring soap, because that's his favorite soap, inside of it. I'm going to put a little string on here so he can tighten it and leave the soap right inside. Oh, it smells so good. So let's figure out how we're going to do this. I want to go ahead and let's put a little drawstring in there. So why don't I chain, I'll do a chain, and then I'll feed it through and make it like a drawstring handle. That's what I'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm guessing I'm going to do 13, 14, 15, I'm going to do 20. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm actually going to do 25. And I'll tell you why. Because I want it to be able to go in, tighten it. I'm going to do more than 25. Let me do 50 or so. Let me just keep going till I think it's big enough. Because I want it to go in both ways, right? So I want it to go in, around, and have the handle. I'm going to do 5 more and then we'll be good. So it's probably about 40. Okay, we're going to tie this off. See, aren't you having fun creating this stuff with me? Tie it right off, and now I'm just going to feed it through the top. So I'm going to get a bigger needle. Okay. I don't know what my hair is doing. Full disclosure, I tried to nap, but my dog would not allow it. So I'm back up doing the dishcloth. All right, so now I want to run this kind of like you would any drawstring, right? All the way down both sides. Okay. It's going to be like a little drawstring purse, right? Like a little change purse. It's going to be cool. Go ahead all the way up, back, in, out, however you want to say it. Okay, so that goes this side, right? And then let's tuck that in for now so they're not distracting. We'll hide them in a minute, but. And then we're going to go ahead and feed this back through this side. Again, front to back, just like you would any little drawstring, right? Do. Again, trying not to make funny concentration faces, which happen. Hey, it happens. Okay, put that in there. Pull this through. A little harder to pull because I'm trying to fit a chain through instead of just a piece of yarn. All right, we're going to finish this. Have it come right out where the other one is. Yep. Now, here we go. So what I'll do is I'll tie the knot on this end. Oh, that soap smells so good. It's a memory, right? Old Irish string. So fun. Okay, I'm going to make it one of those ties that you can tell it's a tie, but it's kind of fancy. There we go. Okay. So now, again, I'm going to tie these, I'm going to hide these tails in. So it's going to go like this, right? We're going to put it in here like this, and then he's going to be able to do this and use it to soap up and hang up in the shower. Oh my gosh, he is going to love this. I'm really excited, you guys. So there we go, a little different take on the Santa cloth set. Let's go ahead and hide these tails. There it is. Easy to hide the tails on a double washcloth. And again, I did this, I don't know if I told you, I did this on the Addy, the small one, and I did it with 50 rows. Yep, 50 rows. I've been leaving my Addy set up right here because I've been using it so often. Between the somebodies that I'm making and these washcloths that I've been making, I've been using the Addy quite a bit. So I might as well leave them set up right between the two that I have. Full disclosure again, I did have the Addy egg for about a minute and I hated it. That's a story for another time. Not for now. Not for when I'm in a good mood. Because nobody needs to hear about a terrible Addy experience. And it was just the egg. I am a loyal Addy user. I love it. I love both sizes. And I wouldn't trade them for the world. But I will never buy that egg again. And I will never recommend anybody buy it. I'll just keep my opinion to myself. If someone asks me, I'll be like, I prefer not to give you a comment. So here we go. Okay. How many more tails do I need to hide? Let's see, I got that and that. Oh, here's one. They're just everywhere. This is such a cute little pouch. I love the idea. I absolutely love this idea, and he's going to love it. He can hang this right up in the camper. It'll be perfect in the shower in the camper for him. That was my scissor falling. So instead of bending over, I'm just going to grab another pair and go ahead. There we go. Now, let's make sure that looks nice. This looks nice. Do. Tying the tails and tying them again. I'm so bad at tying tails. I don't know why. It's really simple, but for some reason, I'm really bad at it. Okay. Now, let's just take a look at this. Make sure it evens out, right? Okay. That's going to be the hang up there. Trim that to about like that. And of course, it doesn't have to be Irish Spring, but I just know that's a soap he likes. There we go. So there is today's Santa cloth set. Officially the half double in green, and I did it with camo for my brother. All right, you guys, if you try this, please let me know. Show me on the Facebook page. If you try any of the cloths that I've been making, please show me. Let me know. I'd love to see them. I'm really enjoying this series, and I can't wait. Join me tomorrow morning, 8:30 Eastern, as we draw the next envelope, which will be day 9. And we'll see what I'm in for tomorrow. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you if you make these. But remember, always be happy, be kind, and be creative. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time.